Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of What If Civilization Started Over. And today we are on episode 35. There is some stuff that we need to catch up on, but before we go ahead and look at any further events in the episode, we're going to look at the newly reformed alliance map. There are a lot of alliances here. Starting off, we're going to start up here. There has been a new alliance, the Rounded Rectangle Alliance, right up here with these two countries. Then there's the Right Triangle Alliance with the USA, Canada, Mexico, and Puerto Rico. Moving to South America, we have the Diamond Alliance with Peru and Colombia. Then we have the Hexagon Alliance with, or no, that'd be 12-sided. So, the six-sided star, or the six-pointed star alliance with this pink team right here, with the pink team and this, and the, whatever that country is called. Now we can move on to Africa, as we knew this alliance already had these 4 members, but now a gang is a member, being the red team over here. So that's pretty cool. Up here, the Circle Alliance now has the Dark Red team and the Egyptian team. Up here, there's still the Square Alliance. Now there is a Paragon Alliance, Parallelogram Alliance between the 2 fascist countries in Europe. Next, we move on to the Pentagon Alliance with these 2 countries. They are Siberia and other Siberia. Then there's the Trapezoid Alliance with the 3 original countries that were in the alliance over here, plus Mongolia, and they changed their identity because of that. There's the Star Alliance with the remaining of the Star Alliance with Brown Team, Vietnam, and Indonesia. And I believe there are no alliances in Oceania. Yeah. So that is the alliance map. I also fixed the ideology map. So if we turn off the alliance map, we can go on to ideology, and everything is fixed. We're going to start off in Oceania. First up, the green country is still fascist. Palau, the Pacific island country, is a monarchy. Up here, the pink team still exists on this island, and they are a monarchy as well. The blue team over here is a flawed democracy, and the yellow team is a full democracy. Indonesia is, of course, communist, as well as the brown team, as well as there's all this other stuff. You can go ahead and look through it. Nothing's really changed, besides for like a few countries. But yeah, everything is fixed. You can look at it now, pause the video, take a look. But we are going to move on to the first event of the video. And the rebellion is going to start up here. And it's going to lead to a full-blown civil war. And basically the main parts that break away are going to be right over here. I guess we should have the nuke area on too. We'll just have major cities on. And they end up taking over 2 major cities at the very beginning. And of course, this is popping up pretty much everywhere. So we see this area popping it up. And this area is kind of like the main area, but it's not. As over here, it also is very popular. Their ideals are very popular. And it spreads about like this. The military is going to respond by doing this. And everybody loves this. And they push it back and take this major city back. Meanwhile, over here, they are able to take some of this land back. And even take this northern this panhandle thingy. But it basically, this part gets recaptured. And then it starts popping up in different areas, like over here. And even towards the capital, which is one of the most untouchable capitals in the entire world, because of all the other countries are like far away from it. As you can see, like they are pretty far away from it. They are, and they are. They're all pretty far away. So like, yeah, you can't really get to it, which is why this is such a big ordeal. And this civil war is going to be horrible on their economy. And of course, they're going to be getting aid from a lot of countries, mainly the Star Alliance, or what's left of it at least. And communist China is going to help. The Round Rectangle Alliance will help as well. But one thing I want to talk about now is fascism and communism have grown apart now, and they're not really friends anymore. They did that because they wanted to team up on democracy, and now they pretty much hate each other. And a lot of more countries are going to turn to fascism, but we're going to see that after this war is over. Speaking of this war, Speaking of the war, the rebellion has made great success pushing towards the Atlantic over here, but it does lose a great amount of land over here. This one is just centered around the major city, and it's able to hold out, but not by much. And meanwhile, down here, it takes it back from the capital city just a little bit, and they're not looking so well. And eventually, they start to implode as major sections rebel away, and it gets to the point where these two meet up. It's about like this. So now there's a united front here. Something about this. So now they're going to be working, and they're picking up speed, and they end up taking out the rest of these rebellions down south. But it does come at a big cost, as a lot of this area over here is taken. And one thing I want to say is, all the nukes that are on the world, they're going to be here for maybe 1 to 2 episodes before I want to get rid of them to show the effects of the nukes. So yeah, but this united front is going to continue gaining ground until the troops from down south arrive, which does help a little bit. But it is still no match for the rest, for this united front line. And this side over here is actually doing pretty well for a reason that might be obvious to you, might not. But this major city is under siege. Meanwhile, on this side, this major city is taken back. And slowly but surely, all of this area is slowly beginning to get reclaimed. Don't get me wrong, this country is still strong. In the unupdated power rankings, they would be third. They were third. They're even higher. They're better than communist China. That's how strong they are. But they were so slowly slipping from that place. And the civil war is gonna go on until the borders get to about here. with minor updates along this. There was a pretty big stalemate. But stalemate ended when this major city was taken back. Was encircled and taken back. And then they basically signed a deal saying, give us our independence, but you're going to keep most of your land. And they're fine with that. So, we can now take a look at the peace treaty. And here is the peace treaty. Starting off, I do want to say, they do keep a lot of their land, but they are very unstable. And they did have to pay a lot of money. But first off, the Cyan team and the Purple team are back. As we know, the Cyan team, when we had it before the Cold War, it started, I believe, up here. When it's been taken over now. Yeah, I think this was their capital. But now they were down south. The Purple team, if you remember, a long, long time ago, a lot of this land right here used to be theirs. Like, early Cold War stages. Now it isn't anymore. We did see them being converted into the Lavender team up here. That was what was left of them. But now they're down here. Next we have a Lavender team over here. And Madagascar getting some land. And that pretty much does it for them. We are going to look at one more thing in Africa. Then we're going to look at the power rankings. But what we're looking at is the unfortunate case of this. First of all, I have gotten a little bit of this. I have gotten the ethnic cleansing a little bit wrong. The borders aren't exactly right. Yeah, like this. This is what the border basically is. And it's not really right at all. So, we're going to be fixing that. Let's just do this, and this should be able to fix it. Let's draw like this. Alright, that's still wrong. We need to draw the whole northern border. And then all the area around it. Turn on the religion. And now we need to fix this up a little bit. Starting off, we're going to fix this little part of these little parts of the green team. There's some yellow stuff that is going to stay down there. Meanwhile, all this area will return back to the Cyan team religion. And now we have fixed it for the most part. But now we need to fix it again, as they're going to be doing more ethnic cleansing with all this new territory they just won from World War III. And we got to go back in and do this lasso effect again. But starting off, they're going to be ethnic cleansing around here today. And it goes pretty well. A lot of this area is taken over by this religion. And for today, it's going to go down here. And this is all we see of it. So, there we go. It's done for now. We'll ethnic cleanse a little bit later, maybe, next episode. But now, we need to look at the updated power rankings. So let's see them. And here is the new power rankings. Starting off, the red team is at first still. Communist China has moved to second, while Korea has moved to third. This is very big, but it's mostly because of how much land Communist China took from Korea. The only land Korea got was over here and up here. So, yeah. Also, fourth is Indonesia. They are becoming very strong now. Fifth is the brown team. Sixth is South Africa. They have moved from third to sixth. Seventh is the purple France, followed by eighth, the cyan team. Ninth is USA. Okay, ninth is the USA. 10th is Spain, followed by 11th, which is Italy. Next is 12, which is Argentina, followed by 13th, which is Australia. So, yellow Australia and Argentina. 14th is China. So, 14th is the China. 15th is actually a tie between Mexico, the lavender Mexico, and the blue team. This is one of the first times in a long time they have been on the power rankings. But it is for a good reason, as they have been doing and working on a project recently. And that is going to do it for today's episode. Yeah, I don't really have anything planned. Or wait, I forgot. I have one last thing. And this is the first war, technically, after the World War III. But it is going to be between the green team up here and the communist country, the red country right beside it. This goes pretty much how you would expect it. They march in through the south and get right by the capital. They also go up through here and do a lot of this stuff. And they pretty much don't. There's no one living here, so it's just a swoop. And then the people even want to join this country anyway, so like that's a win. So take it all. And then we see their true intentions. They are not communist. They are, in fact, fascist. Yay. They are fascist, so not a big surprise. The communist country is actually this country, right by them. But I didn't do the ideologies for these three new countries down here. But we can see a democracy over here, a democracy right here, and a dictatorship right here. And that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.